This is a fun time of year, mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
This is a highly anticipated matchup between two MVP hopefuls, and MP knows they've got their hands full with Wembanyama. He told me, quote, "The things he does at his size are unbelievable. You guys have watched him. Everyone knows that Victor is a problem."
He is, although MP presents his share of problems as well. And we thank you for that report. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's MP in at the one. Here's Castle. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Holland. Gobert with a screen on Harper. Here's MP. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Harper. Back to Castle. Spurs passing it around. Here's Wembanyama. The shot from the low post is good.
And boy, Wembanyama has every shot in the bag. How about the touch there?
And great was Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Now, here's MP. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
So it's the Spurs now, after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Gobert, and Wembanyama gets it to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Edwards' shot is good.
They wasted no time settling into their offense.
Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Champagnie. Fires for 3. The rebound by Edwards.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
MP, that's for 2. Rebound San Antonio. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Batted away by Wembanyama with authority. Victor saw that coming a mile away.
And the shot goes in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now, here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
You got it, making the commitment. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well,
Changes here for the Spurs. Castle comes in for Barnes, and it's Harper in for Johnson. Minnesota also making some changes. McDaniels, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Howland in for Dante DiVincenzo. Outside Harper. On the wing, Fox. Covered by MP. Wembanyama, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Harper. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Castle in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Clock at 6. And here's MP for 3. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Houston really lit up the floor. He came away with 34 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
MP up top. Started by Fox. MP nails the triple.
Gotta contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
Pass to Castle. Here's Wembanyama. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Takes the 3, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from MP.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Well, trying to reply to the 3 on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Here's Minnesota. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Got it. Edwards converts for 2.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Count that one. 14 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
MP against Fox. Beyond the arc. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Castle. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's MP for 3. Drops in the tray. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Timberwolves. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. Back right after this.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime, let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsors.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the San Antonio Spurs.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored on, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answers, Shaq.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's off to Utah after this game, where they'll face the Jazz. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. On the court for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's MP in at the point. McDaniel's outside. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something?
Wow! Young fella. That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass to Castle. Vassell wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And for the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, as I'm sure you've heard, MP's father is on the mend from a recent heart attack. The recovery is going well enough that his doctor cleared him to fly, and he's in the stands today. MP told me, quote, "Seeing him out there, that means the world to me, something I will never take for granted again." As wholesome an answer as you'll get, guys.
Well, we know his dad means the world to him. Nothing keeps you whole like family does. Hey, thanks for the report. And here's Harper from the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. MP to the rack.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Spurs trail by 11. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Buries it from three-point range. Holland's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
Well, the catch-and-shoot game is definitely in the bag of MP.
Now, Wembanyama. 14 points for him. 5 to shoot. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
MP dishes to Randall. And a fast break now for the Spurs. pass to Wembanyama. Castle with the bounce pass. Harper wide open. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Randall with a screen for MP. Wants to get to Randall and does. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Spurs trail by 16. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. Knocked away and stolen by MP. Here's McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Hollins got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. San Antonio's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Barnes is checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for Devin Vassell. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels. Fox finds Castle. Good work there as it goes. Castle's got 9.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Minnesota.
MP against Fox. Edwards passes to MP. Reid with a screen for MP. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look now for San Antonio. Luke Cole. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Champagne's checked in. Vassell comes in for Barnes. Stephon Castle's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Harper in for Fox. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Ando comes in for Anderson. Daniels, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And MP, he's subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. And there's Harper. And it's Champagne in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. Wembanyama. Oh, flexing Wembanyama!
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been. Been going for the Timberwolves.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive. This guy is so quick. Julius Randle finishes with a pretty dunk.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. He drills the 3.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 13-point game. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Now Randall, 9 feet out. Good work there as it goes down.
The guys, over the years, we've seen Randall become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
Wembanyama, he finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
The drive by MP, and does not get the jam. Wow! Outside Harper, now Wembanyama. Outside Harper. Here is Wembanyama. Easy money for Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
MP outside. Now McDaniel. Good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Minnesota.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
I'll tell you, he was their engine all game long, setting his teammates up for success.
Now, Wembanyama. The response triple. Answers back. They lead by 14. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, McDaniels. MP outside. From deep, buries the deep ball.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
Your fans on social media are constantly beating the drum about how important you are to the team's success. Does a double-double in the win prove what they say? The more MP, the better we'll be?
Yeah, I've been hearing that. But our fans are the best. We're lucky to have them. The NBA is a high-pressure machine, and nowadays, there's a stat for everything. I mean, everything. There's stats for every blood cell in your body. But after a while, pressure and numbers, they aren't good for you. Fans bring faith and fun back into the equation. And we're lucky to have them, period.
Very good, MP. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Kevin, over to you.